I always thought of myself as a very, very confident player.
Yeah.
But Bird especially, and I mean, had a whole nother level of confidence than I ever was able to accomplish and achieve. But he just gave you so much confidence. Like you could
depend on him.
You could just see like his confidence, and like he just like added to everybody else's confidence.
How was it when you first met him? Like, what was that interaction like, and getting to know him?
He was great. I mean, he was a worker. We played a lot of one-on-one, full court, like half court, full court basketball, just, in practice every day. I got to know Larry really well, but he was a great worker, a great teammate. He told me, like when he didn't think I was taking a good shot. I tell people all the time, when they start complaining, the coach doesn't believe in me, or the star player on our team doesn't believe in me, I go, bro, when I played with Bird, he'd pass it, he'd get double teamed, he'd throw me the ball, but if I miss three, I'm not coming back to me.
Right up.
You got to earn those shots.
You do.
Yeah. You got to earn the respect of your coach and your star players all the time. You got to earn that respect. Every game you got to be reliable and dependable. And that was what I loved about Bird.
Everybody talk about how Bird, his trash talking is legendary. As his teammate, what was it like the first time you saw, or can you give a story, him telling somebody, I'm about to come off this screen? Because we didn't have Worthy on here, and Worthy he said, I'm about to do this, that, then he come right off and do it.
Well, I mean, Larry was a quiet guy, and he wasn't like a loud and obnoxious personality, but he had a great sense of humor, and he was a character. And most of the time, his trash talking, it seemed like it was for motivation. It wasn't like he was just always trash talking to everybody. It was spotty, but when he did it, it was big.
Right.
Is Xavier McDaniel's story where, I'm going to shoot it fake here, shoot it there. And, and they did exactly. And it had nothing to do with the play call.
Right.
Like our coach would call timeout and we're going to do this. And we walk on the court and Bird just looks at me and goes, no. Give me the ball right there. And then he does what he told McDaniel he was going to do. I saw playoff games where, we're trying to exploit a matchup. McHale's having an amazing game against Milwaukee. I remember in Milwaukee. And so we're running a post up for him against Marcus Johnson. And so I set a cross screen for McHale, comes in the post. I come off a down screen and I look up and I go, he ain't passing the ball. He's just holding the ball, looking at McHale in the post like this, and then boom, just shoots a three and makes it. But, he just really wanted to motivate himself. Mm-hmm. But the most uncharacteristic one was he didn't usually trash talk to Magic, Dr. J, guys like that. He just, he had so much respect for them. But I remember the big fight between him and Dr. J where Moses and we're holding him back, and Dr. J was swinging. It was so uncharacteristic of Dr. J. As you guys know, Dr. J, I mean, he's the nicest guy in the world.
Definitely.
But Larry had scored 35 on him halfway through the third quarter and was just jogging back down the court and said, man, you need to retire. And it was just Dr. J lost his mind, and that's where that story had started. But my favorite trash talking by Larry, and Kevin was a pretty good trash talker too, but Larry was when they trash talk coaches, when they trash talk Hubie Brown, and they're sitting there and playing in Madison Square Garden, and he's just going taking the ball out of bounds in front of their bench, so the whole bench can hear him, and go Hubie, this all you got for me tonight? You got no one else that can guard me? This is getting ridiculous, and then Hubie would put in Johnny Newman would be running in the game. He goes, wait, are you serious? That's the guy you're putting on me? But it was those subtle things that he said that were just, they were so funny, but we loved it. Even the other bench, even Hubie's team in New York is laughing at Bird's trash talking.